So the leaves have changed here in the Great Smoky Mountains, and once again I find myself at Cades Cove. Only this time, I'm on Rich Mountain Loop Trail, on my way to John Oliver's cabin. I've never been on this trail before, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, so it'll be a little bit of an adventure. So, back when I was in high school, back when paper was just invented, right after they quit writing on tree bark, I actually drew John Oliver's cabin on pen and ink, and they put it in a calendar. Not that the picture was good, but so that the parents would buy it and they could make a little money for art supplies. But if I can find it, which I hadn't located it just yet, I will put it in this video. So today, as we make our way towards John Oliver's cabin, I want to talk about a spiritual battle that I didn't even realize took place for many years. I know my story isn't like everybody's, but it is similar to a lot of other people's story. When I learned about the goodness of Christ and what he had to offer, the things that he brought to the table, things like, well, most importantly, the forgiveness of sins. Look, I knew that I'd sinned against the God of the universe, and he was willing to give me a clean slate. He paid the sin debt for me, and all I had to do was just simply accept him. But not only that, Christ offered a mansion that I don't have to work for, and that I don't have to build. And most importantly, it doesn't come with a mortgage and monthly payments. And it's not in a slum either. Oh no. The best known views in the universe. The job description for me at this point is just to enjoy eternity without want of anything. Be in perfect health with no troubles or trials, tribulation, no sorrow, and death will never again be lurking over my shoulder. With, might I add, a glorified body. Look, all joking aside, you'd love yourself. I'd get a full makeover. On top of that, a guarantee that I'd no longer age. As the ages roll by, I won't be thinking, man, time really flies, or saying things like, it seems like only yesterday. Never a dull or boring moment. And you'll not get any fatigue from running around. Eternal joy and bliss. Now that's a deal. Where's the contract so I can sign it and date it? But if Christ's goodness is not enough, then let's examine the consequences of rejecting him. It's actually quite simple. If you love your sins, the same sins that Jesus died for and dropped off in hell, but if you like them that much, you can keep them. You can be one with your sins now and throughout all eternity. Nope, not for me. No thank you. let's be honest. There's never been a bigger no-brainer. It should be the simplest, easiest decision a person has ever made. But that's just it. It's not easy. For the most part, it's an incredibly hard decision. For me personally, I can remember altar call after altar call where I was just miserable. I knew what I needed to do, even what I wanted to do, but I just couldn't. It was like I had cinder block on my feet. At a time when I didn't have all the biblical stuff worked out in my head, I was still trying to figure out what was real and what was make-believe. I felt torn. One part of me desired to have Jesus, while Satan simultaneously was filling my head with doubt and skepticism. And on top of that, my ego didn't want to look like a fool, and my flesh didn't want to let go of old habits. It was a spiritual warfare being played out for my soul. When I fully wanted to trust Jesus, time and time again, I was held back by doubts and fears. I didn't realize it then, but the battle inside of me was proof in and of itself to settle all my doubts and fears. I never understood it at the time, but two people were trying to save me from the other. While Jesus was trying to save me from my sins and from hell, Satan was simultaneously trying to save me from a home in heaven and escaping my sins. One was after my soul, while the other didn't want to lose it. As for me, in the end, my God was able to deliver me. And although it might not have been the easiest decision I ever made, it was absolutely the best decision I ever made.